beautiful friends and family and lovers and watchers of the Hangout. Well, everybody, welcome to the Hangout right here on Umakapa TV. And we are definitely going to be with you for the next hour. So brace yourselves because we definitely have a jam-packed show lined up for you guys at home. Well, let me first introduce myself. It is Uzinhle Ntombi Trans Sky, and I'm here on your TV screens to serve you everything that has to do with the Hangout, and also making sure that I give you guys the lekkerness and everything all around. So please brace yourself and stay tuned, because today on the show we have people that are doing exceptionally well in their communities, and also we have musicians and rappers, and also we're also going to be talking about the Nelson Mandela Bay Complex festival that is starting today. So you definitely don't want to miss that one as well. And also we have chefs that are going to give us exactly how did they start onto the industry. So everyone, well, we're back on your screens right about now. But before we can even start with this show, I have a question of the day with me. So, because of Nelson Mandela has been experiencing some major power outage in some areas, right? What are you doing to keep yourself during busy during these outages? Well, for Rimna, if ever bendina chance yoba manlale benza ulala gogogo. But I want to hear from you guys as to what do you do, guys, when we're experiencing power outage in the Nelson Mandela Bay. And also please remember our social media. It is at Mpumakapa TV, and also our WhatsApp line. It is 083-690-0530. So right now on the grey couch, I am sitting with someone who's doing something so positive for his community, and also he's basically trying to change the narrative that the northern areas have by making sure that he cleans out the streets and also keeps the young ones off the streets. And also everybody at home, please help me welcome Sharano Stevens onto the Hangout. He's quite nervous, so please be nice. Sharano, welcome to the Hangout. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, man. Thank you for having me.
Can you please tell our viewers as to who you are and what is it that you do?
Okay, well, I'm Sharano Stevens from the Sharano Stevens Foundation. I'm born and bred in the northern areas, like you just said. I'm an event organizer, event planner, and then I do artist management on the side as well.
Lovely stuff. And also, can we talk about exactly what you're doing in more details? Because of you mentioned quite a few. You are also a hip hop artist that does rapping in Afrikaans. Can we get into that and get to know you?
Yeah, mostly I'm the last year was the first PE Pop Award show, the first ever of its kind in PE Israel. So the main initiative was to get local artists to be seen, getting on a platform somewhere where they can share the music and get nominated for what they did throughout the year. So I started it was last year with my friend. It's in partnership with me. It's Cheslin Size. So the main thing, like if you see now in the northern areas, we have a lot of crime at the moment. We have a lot of crime every day. They're shooting and stuff. So the rappers that it's from the street. So most of the time they get into fights and that stuff. So from my area, that is what I do.
That's what you do, which is lovely. And also, can we talk about your foundation? So what do you exactly guys do under your foundation?
Under my foundation, there's, like I said, there's a lot of rappers that I manage to get exposure, shows, manage them through the career of, if they want to become a professional dancer, they can join Sharano Stevens Foundation. I'll get them choreographers to work with them. If you're into rapping, I can get producers for you and studio time for you. And then if you're a singer, it's the same thing I'll do for you.
Yeah, lovely. And also, can we get to know exactly the people that you are welcoming under your foundation? Is it teenagers? Is it also adults, or is it young adults?
It's different ages. It's different ages because, like I said, it's mostly for the youth. But in our areas, everyone is welcome to join the Sharano Stevens Foundation. You don't need any money. We are an NPO group, a non-profit organization. So everyone is welcome. So the most of the stuff that I do, I do out of my pocket and for love of my community. Like I said, it's the mostly for community work.
Community work. And also, can we try and talk about you being an artist yourself and doing and also writing in Afrikaans? As much as you can say that it is your language, so it was the first thing that comes into mind, but can we talk about the quality that you're giving to the people out there?
Okay, like as an Afrikaans rap, the most thing that the material that we use mostly is what we see every day. So sometimes it will come off like aggressiveness to the people, like it's aggressive, but it's not that. It's like things that we're going through every day. So you take that feeling, that expression, and put it on a piece of paper. And if you put it out for ears to hear, and then people can relate maybe to your raps and say, hey, but this guy's been through a lot, or I can hear what he say, you understand? So that's that's the best thing of being a rap artist, actually.
Yeah.
So like I used to be mostly into dancing when I was a teenager, because I was a professional hip-hop dancer at that time. But I like after matric, so I went into this rap game, and then it's full time now. And then last year was like I said, it was the first time that I held the first ever P-Pop Awards. And this year we have our second one. It was very successful.
Yeah, and also can we talk about the event that you held last year? So for people to take part into it, maybe for this year or maybe for next year, how can they go about it?
Okay, for next year, because this year's one was already done, it was on the 1st of June, you have to be fully committed, and your music must be on my page, P-Pop Awards group on Facebook. You can even WhatsApp. We have a WhatsApp group also, P-Pop Awards group, that people I did send the link on my Facebook page. So you must drop your music throughout the year. We see the people's reaction, and then next year when the nominations go out, we have your own people that can vote for you, and then we check the votes, and I put a judges panel there, so the judges decide like who gets an award for that thing. Yeah. And
also, how has the community supported you and your work that you the positive work that you're doing?
The community supports me very well, and that's the best feedback that I can get. The thing that we also as artists and events organizer lack in peace is the support of funding. That's the most important thing that we need is funding at the moment to go to, because like I said, last year I didn't even have a job, so I did this thing out of my own pocket. I had to hustle and grind. The same this year I had to hustle and grind to make this thing possible for myself and for the community. Like so that's the main thing that we need at the moment. I didn't have funding, so the funding, yeah.
Please, people, fund the good man that is doing the good job. And also, can we get to know if are there future plans for you guys, and also what are your main goals for the northern areas?
The main goal is to, if I can get at least 2 or 3 artists to make it out of PE, and then say like Early B, like to make it out of PE. That's a professional rapper now. He signed with Universal Records, if I'm right. So like I'm trying to get our language, Afrikaans. I try to make a platform to kry waar mense can sing, right? Because even if you see sometimes on Trace Channel, you never see Afrikaans rappers being put on that. So that's the main thing that I'm trying to get Afrikaans on Trace Channel, so that people can see that we are Scarlets also. We're out here, we're doing our thing.
Yeah, and you guys are also talented. And also, where can people get hold of you on socials?
People can get hold of me on Facebook at Serrano Stevens, and you can get me also, that's my Facebook group is PE Pop Awards Group, and also you can get me on YouTube, where you can check all my videos out that I took. We do vlog videos also, so you can check that also out. That's Serrano Stevens. And then you can get me on TikTok, that's Stevens Foundation. Yes.
And then everything is there basically.
Everything is there that you need.
Thank you so much for coming over.
Thank you for having
Truly love what you're doing, and also the fact that you are changing the narrative, you're changing the perspective of people about the northern areas, and just grooming everyone out and making sure that everyone chooses the right way. Thank you so much for coming on to the Hangout. We pray and hope that it's going to go up from now on.
Yes, it will, most definitely.
Thank you. Everybody, that was it. Serrano coming right here on the Hangout. I hope you guys definitely enjoyed that one. Well, we're back on your screens like we have never left before. And right on to the show about now. I am sitting with someone from the Mandela Bay Theatre. Hey, Ininzi! They changed their name. They changed their name, but yeah, they are here with me, and also they're going to be basically telling me exactly as to what is the festival that is starting today, and also what can people actually expect from the festival, and as a whole festival, what are they bringing to the arts lovers of the Eastern Cape, basically. But before we can even go there, I just want to remind you guys of the question of the day. So we have been experiencing e-power cards, as you guys know, and also we want to know as to you guys at home, uba wenza ntoni wena xa kuthe kwangabikho mbane okanye kwangabikho manzi. So please tell us on all social media platforms. It is at Mbumagapa TV, and also our WhatsApp line, it is 083-690-0530. Right about now, everyone at home, please help me welcome Kent Kane Cross. Is going to tell us exactly who he is and what he does. Mhlambi, I butchered the name, so the man is going to tell us exactly his name. Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for coming
All
onto
right.
the Hangout.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah. Can you tell the viewers at home, what is your name?
My name is Kent Kane Cross.
Okay, you guys got that.
Do you have it?
I haven't. But also, I want us to talk about the Women in Arts Manyano. Exactly what does it do, and what can people expect from this, especially in the arts space?
So the Women in Arts Manyano Festival is a festival which we run annually, which celebrates women and their voices and their stories. So we have a variety of different art forms. Like tonight we're starting off with a exhibition. We have comedy, we have jazz, we have drama. So it's a very multifaceted festival. What people can actually expect from it is high quality performances. You can expect strong women coming to voice and tell their own stories, share their own experiences through their art forms. So it's a very inclusive as well as a culturally varied festival.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lovely. And also, can we get to talk about exactly in terms of how did you guys come about into collecting and also into inviting the artists that are going to be performing in there?
So actually we have a call which we release on our social medias every year where people can actually come and apply to do festivals with us. You apply on the link and we actually have a panel of adjudicators internally and externally, and we go through every single application and we see which applications match our criteria the strongest, and the ones with the highest points or the strongest ones or the ones we feel will have the most impactful message or are very good productions, they then get selected to be part of the festival.
That's lovely, because of there is a thing whereby artists tend to love saying that Banban got the thing because of someone and someone. God, there was a process to go
There's
through.
a process.
Lovely. And also with the plays, did you guys select a certain genre? Or it's just you guys gave the platform to the artists to be creative as much as they can?
So that's the thing. We want to empower the women themselves to tell their stories in their specific art forms. So we weren't stuck to specific genres. We open it up, like I mentioned, there's a photography exhibition itself. We're closing off the festival with comedy. In between there's drama, there's music. So there's no real limitations on the art form that we put on the woman.
Lovely.
Yeah.
And also with the festival itself, what is it bringing to the art space, especially in Nelson Mandela?
Okay, so there's a common misconception or there's a common societal belief that women are underrepresented. So we want to provide that platform for women, a festival solely dedicated for women. Because we have festivals throughout the year. We have a Daba Dance Festival, we have a Mandela Bay Jazz Legacy Festival, we also have a Ipulo Drama Festival. But the WIAM Festival, Women in Arts Manyano, is specifically dedicated for women in Women's Month, for women.
Lovely stuff. And also, can we get to talk about exactly on each day, because it's a festival that's happening
Yes.
throughout this whole week. So each day, what can people expect? And also, let's also talk about time ranges as to maybe when can I get certain shows.
So tonight we have the photography exhibition that starts at 6. That's going to be at our admin offices in 68 Cape Road. Tomorrow we have a variety of workshops which are free to attend.
Yeah.
That will also be at our admin offices. On Wednesday, we have a gala dinner. Asanda Mngeki will be performing there. We will also be having honorable guests, which we will be awarding. So that will be at Roof Garden Bar from 6 o'clock as well. Then Thursday, we will be at Isitata Theatre, where we'll have a few shows lined up there, as well as Impetus Gemeente in Overbarkens. And then on Friday, we will have the repeat of those shows, just at different time slots. So those shows will start from 3 o'clock, and it will go on till about 9 or 10 at night. Then the Friday, I said Friday, is the repeat of the Thursday. The Saturday, we'll have Dihamba, which is a music show, as well as the comedy show on Saturday, which will then be at our 68 Cape Road offices.
And also, let us talk about tickets. Where can people get the tickets, and also price ranges around how much?
So we have a festival pass for 300 Rand. Come and enjoy any show. Individually, these tickets are 80 Rand each, except for the comedy, which is 100 Rand. But on the comedy, you'll get 4 or 5 comedians on stage, all women comedians. And the tickets are available on web tickets.
Thank you so much for coming on to the Hangout. Well, the time has flown. It has flown. And also, everyone at home, please make sure that you guys definitely stick around, because when we're coming back back with fire. But also, my question for today was asking, we have been experiencing major power outage in some areas in the Nelson Mandela Bay. What do you keep yourself busy during these outages? And also our socials, it is at Mpumakapa TV, and also our WhatsApp line, it is 083 690 0530. And just like that, Kibetunana, you can be able to communicate with us right here on the Hangout. Well, from me to the Mandela Bay Theatre Complex. Got it. I definitely want to say that we hope that you guys are going to enjoy the festival, and also you guys are going to come out in numbers to go and support the wonderful and creative women that are going to be performing in these different areas of the whole Nelson Mandela. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming on to the Hangout. Truly appreciate it as well. Well, everybody at home, let us go and just pay our bills. We'll be coming right back. We're back live on air, and also remember that we are definitely creating a live TV right here on Pumakapa TV, and you are still chilling with me. I told you guys I'm going to give you a whole show throughout the whole hour that is coming next. And also, if you're only joining us now, that's it. Suga P, because it's been a blast. It's been a wonderful interviews that we had earlier on. But also, for question of the day, I am asking you guys, since we're experiencing major power cuts in the Nelson Mandela Bay, what are you keeping yourself doing? Okanye, what are you keeping busy during these outages? So remember, we're here at Mpumakapa TV, and also WhatsApp line, it is 083 690 0530. But right now on the grey couch, I am sitting with a phenomenal lady, and also we like trying to close off this whole Women's Month with powerful women like the ones that I have on my couch right about now. Everybody at home, please help me welcome Unombasa Mvumi. But she's not Unombasa Imbumi. But everyone at home, please help me welcome Unombasa onto the Hangout. Sissy, welcome to the Hangout.
Thanks for having me.
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
She's
I can see you.
graceful.
We're well.
She's like, keeping my cool, child. Love that for you. So can you please tell our viewers at home, for Umdonga Kwaziyo, as to what is it that you do, and ungubani kahle kahle?
Okay, I'm Nombasa, and I am a creative. That's, in a nutshell, that's me. And what that means is I'm a songwriter, I'm a performer, I am a voiceover artist, I do all sorts of creative audio works. I'm from Grahamstown, but I'm based in East London at the moment. And I'm a practicing artist. That's who I am.
Lovely. And also, can we get to talk about you getting into the music and also the space of creating? When does that start? When does that come to you and be like knocking on your door that you can't even ignore it?
There's different sources that served as an inspiration and at different ages. But in a nutshell, there was my grandmother who instilled such a great passion for music in my life. She was a Methodist, would just sit down and just sing hymnals, you know. And there was a teacher who was a music teacher in grade 2. That sparked an interest. And there was a guitar group I was involved in school. There was a cappella groups as well throughout high school that I was part of. And in varsity, I was actually part of I was in Rhodes University. And so I was part of a group called VOG. So throughout my life, there's just been traces of music. And in the recent years, I realized that it's something I flourish in. And I would want to do it as a calling, as a purpose in my life.
Lovely. And also, can we get to talk about the emotion that you're giving into your music and also what goes through your mind when you are creating?
I know a lot of some artists think about their audience, but that's the last thing on my mind most of the times. And I'd like to point out that my music is authentic. It's what I feel at a particular moment. And I don't have particular themes as to what the songs are aimed at, but some of them are evocative. They evoke emotion. As I was telling you earlier, that one of my songs, Guteni, which is one of my favorites, it could spark like quite a sad emotion. There's joyful ones, which the one you said you like, Mutasiwela. So when I sit down and write, there's usually, it comes through a dream. It sometimes comes through just the sound that I'm hearing, and I choose to sit down. And also, there's not limited time as to how long I write it for. There's one song I can finish over a few months, and there's some songs, one sitting, I sit down and I write and finish. So it comes in different forms.
Yeah, lovely. And also, let us talk, because you are fully based in the Eastern Cape. How has the feedback and also how has your work been received by the community?
I think one thing I know, that I've got a lot of support in the Eastern Cape, especially, I mean, in Grahamstown, where I've attended the National Arts Festival and performed a few times. I've got good support. And I think as much as I can't say it's because it's Xhosa music, because like nationally people do respond to Xhosa music, but I think it's just such a relatable sound, and I'm looking forward to just infiltrating throughout the Eastern Cape, throughout, like nationally. But so far, I don't think I've had a response from an audience who wasn't satisfied with the message or my performance. So I think so far I've been received well, and it's been really encouraging. It's been humbling, really.
And also, can we talk about the challenges that you have been facing, especially as an artist?
I think the common one is spaces, is given, because as much as I am an established artist, I've got an EP out. I'm actually also working currently on another project. It's the issue of space, and sometimes you do feel like you have to work hard in order to make your mark, and that's what one of the things we're doing with my manager is to put a footprint and establish ourselves with marketing, etc. And I believe that I am an independent artist, so I don't want to say I think it's challenges that every particular artist has who's choosing the independent route, that sometimes there's resistance towards being granted space to perform or to showcase. But I think with social media, and now being intentional about building content and making more music, I think it's going to work out.
Yeah. And also, let us talk about the EP that is out, as to how can people get a hold of it, and also what message can people expect from it?
So the EP is on all music digital streaming platforms, your Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, all the other ones that are distributed through TuneCore. And I am also on social media, so I'm also available there. And the kind of messages, I mean, it came out 2 years ago, 2+ years ago, and I get different responses, but mainly I would love people to just interpret it for themselves. There is an intent of saying, this is a place I wrote this kind of music from. I'm very passionate about South Africa as a nation and how broken we are and how I feel we can heal as a nation. Also individually, also inspiring creativity, and inspiring people to actually go for their dreams. But also I always leave it to the audience or the recipients of the music to actually interpret the message they'd like to hear.
Lovely. Are you looking into any sort of collaborations with other artists?
I'm focusing on myself for now, but I've been approached, and it's something that I definitely would do because I think there's power in collaboration. So it's something I definitely can look into. If it's beyond my scope, then I'll probably say no. But if it's within my capacity, it's definitely something I can think about and go for.
Lovely. And also, where can people get hold of you? Note, you're like, get me on.
I am on Instagram as @Nombasa_ZA, Nombasa Invumi on Facebook. So those are the digital platforms I'm on at the moment. Well, social media, sorry.
Social media.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. And I definitely hope that umculo wakho is going to be received by many, many other South Africans.
Thank you so much.
And yeah, thank you so much for coming on to the Hangout.
Thanks for having me.
Well, everybody, that was Unombasa. She has a beautiful album out, or let's say an EP out. So please do make sure that you guys definitely check it out. But from me and my team, we are going to go and pay the bills so that so that you guys at home cannot watch the blank screen. But also remember the question of the day. We are asking you as to, since the power outage is like a major thing that is going on at Nelson Mandela Bay, what are you doing during those outages? Everyone at home, continue talking to us. We'll be right back. Well, everybody, welcome back to the Hangout. You guys are still tuned in with Oma Zintlana right onto your screens. And right about now on the couch, I have rapper, people who know how to bring rhymes and making sure that we're getting entertained and school through their rhymes. So everyone at home, please help me welcome the two young finemans right here with me on the Hangout. Buffett, how's it?
Now, good. How are you?
Is it? Good.
How are you doing?
I am definitely doing good. Can you please introduce yourselves as to who you are and what is it that you do actually?
Usenzo lo mpingo poloqoshe sivile igama ngayezifani. They all know me njengopura stud, so yeah, we are musicians. Nanumdawethu apha, but he can introduce himself first.
Ngobhele lona unontanda konta igama lami ngiyomelelani Mketezi Ifani. And they know me as Usesosi and Sebenzini.
Lovely. And also, can you guys tell our viewers exactly the type of music that you guys are doing?
We're into hip-hop music. We do hip-hop music. Yeah, so babini.
Ningena njani kwa hip-hop? What inspires you? Is it AKA? Is it Casper? Is it Kendrick's?
The thing is, on my side, like we started doing it at high school. So whereby we had friends, they slime, like Tando Aries Kakulu. So we had to like, okay, see Omamera now to Lumtulo. And let's just try and let's just do it now because we can. And then we started doing it, and then yeah, it's been a thing ever since from Hila Klayesha, and we're still pushing it, the music thing.
I'll come on influencer because not
really, because Nana Pura stood met up by because we both came up as a founder. So we met here. I was already doing music when I met him, and now he was doing music on his side. But now together we are Mosh in Your City, as an events organizer.
Mosh in the what?
Mosh in Your City.
Mosh in Your City, okay.
Yeah, Mosh in Your City.
Yeah. So how does the name come about?
The name Mosh in Your City was basically motion, which is about motion. We were like, okay, let's not make it be motion your city. Let's make it a mosh whereby it be by mosh in your
mosh,
city. Yeah, so mosh in your city. So
Mosh,
like,
yeah.
okay, since the way sifuna ibe in movement, basically. So like, okay, now sikala apa by motion your city presents motion by. So if the thing is that it's moving, so I say Cape Town. Motion your city presents motion ekapa, motion kukumbu,
Motion
Epova,
Kukumbu,
because that's what Port West now 1670 I represent. So I say Port West about motion Epova.
So you guys basically accommodating all the cities, in South Africa. And also, how has reception been yabantu apho niphuma khona for umculo wenu?
Honestly speaking, like from my side, bewuthanda umculo wethu kakhulu bewuthanda umculo wethu yabo. So at this point right now, the feedback in the expectileyo from kubo, they don't really give it like that and ibone la way, but I feel like bakhona banthandayo engoku nami lento ndiyenzayo ndiyenzela bona. Shout out to the family, abantu abasupportayo siyenzela bona yonke le way. So that's why we don't plan on giving up right now.
So, Mna, I want to know motivation, because the type of music that you guys are doing, it's more foreign to us because Tina, right? So, for Nina, how do you guys continue being motivated and also staying grounded in terms of ningafuni ungena to the amapiano genre okanye nifuna ungena to the R&B just so that you can accommodate us? Nihlala njani nile group niye?
Well, what I would say now is that, yes, we're doing hip-hop music, but there's something special to late hip-hop music because siyenza ngesixhosa. Anyway, we are able to maneuver around it, do it in English, but mostly we do it like ngesixhosa most of the time, which is like close to home. Abantu like who know us, bazokwazi babas understand and kalula and catch the vibe, but now okay, what's going on up? Even with me back home, I have a lot of people, family, friends, and all the people who like believe in what I do, and people who really like listen to my music.
To it. Ni group ni yuo. He has his mentality. You have your own mentality. Anike ni clash.
Not really.
Is it?
I wouldn't say we're a duo. He's Buddha Stood, I am Sesusi. But then Motion Your City is our events organizing group, which we formed recently together with Scottish. No freaky. Not really.
Lovely.
There's 4 of us.
Lovely, yes.
There's 4 of us.
Yeah.
It's Motion Your City. So what we do is actually host events and try to accommodate the local talents that go
Want
unrecognized
exposure.
because they need exposure. And usually people, it's too common back when there is an event because of these are the big artists, even though there is in Nansika local talent, people who are really that good if given a chance.
Yeah. And also, you mentioned Indaba of you being for and organizing an event. Can you tell us exactly about the event that you guys are organizing?
The event, it's Motion Epai, right? We'll be hosting it on the 30th of August, which is this coming Friday. It's over R Lounge, North End. Abandu, they know R Lounge as the anchor before, but it's no longer
It's
the
formerly
anchor.
known as the anchor.
It's like R Lounge now. So the event...
Right before Fike P14.
Yeah, right before Fike P14. So the event basically like, it's more entertainment because there's a lot of things that will be happening in there. Because we artists, performers, dancers or DJs, and then on the other side we our shooting content creators, which is about shy interviews now on the side. We about trip check, fresh.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Hey,
To be
it
fun.
is under, it's gonna be
That's
fun.
Yeah, we told.
Lovely stuff. And also, where can people get hold of you in social media?
On Instagram, I am se_saucy, se as in SIRRSAUWCY, and even on Facebook, se saucy, SIRRSAUWCY. I'm basically se saucy everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah.
Now on Instagram, we put a stud, about Buddha_STUD, Facebook Buddha stud, TikTok Buddha stud. Yeah, and the thing is, a lot of people, but read my name, but put a start, yeah. And it's like, okay, sure, but explain like live on TV. No, it's Buddha Stood. And how the name came basically is because I was being Levino. So go create a gam, and I was like, no man, let me create a name for myself since the Enza Levi. Since this I found let me be the student of the game. So we are student, the student.
Oh, let's start most.
The student.
Okay.
Then after that, I was like, no, man, I don't feel like I'm a student anymore now. I put a stud, and I'm just busy stud. So put a stud, yeah.
That's who you guys
Yeah, that's
are
who I
on
am.
socials. Well, guys, thank you so much for coming on to the Hangout. I definitely hope that event, is on what you expect. It turn out, and also people from Gqeberha are going to support you guys in fully. Well, back on your screens for the last time right here on the Hangout. And right about now, I am sitting with someone that we couldn't get hold of. Network was like on that day, you know what? We're not going to do this with you guys. Tinas is out to exit, but we were like, you coming onto the studios. Well, everybody at home, please help me welcome Usia Mtanda right onto the Hangout. Well, hello. Mr. Chef,
hi.
Welcome to the Hangout.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm pretty sure last time there was some retrograde happening.
It was like
Mercury or
it
Venus,
was like,
something was happening.
Yeah.
So I had to be here in person.
Yeah, thank you for coming, man.
Thank you for having
Truly
me.
appreciate it. So for everyone at home who doesn't know who Sia is, can you please just tell us exactly who Sia Mtanda is?
So Sia Mtanda is currently a head pastry chef. I don't want to name the place just yet.
So like head.
Head, yes, but that place,
Yeah.
like Londau, is very important.
Yeah.
Head pastry chef, but I am a fully trained chef. Previously, I was a paramedic, but now I just decided, let's make people happy by food.
Lovely.
Yeah.
And also, has it been something that you have always wanted to do? Okanye, as you've mentioned, uba uqale wagogeleza before you went in.
Medicine. So I grew up as a bigger kid. Like I was bigger than this. So cooking has always been something that I enjoyed doing. And anything, like give me anything, I'll put it together. But most specifically, sandwiches. So I just started there, and then I just branched on to your finer cuisines, your molecular gastronomy, and your restauranting, and now baking.
Yeah, lovely
Yeah.
stuff. And also, what relationship do you have with food as a chef?
It's a passion. If you treat it like a job, it's going to be tiring. You're going to be exhausted. If you treat it as a passion, then it's not going to feel like it's a chore. Into zakwazi uvuka uyenze qho. Into zakwazi uyazi into yobana namhlanje let's try this. Oh, namhlanje I am craving this. Let's try these flavor combinations. So I think the relationship I have with it is more of a creative one. I treat it as art.
As art,
As
lovely.
art, yeah.
Because firstly, before you eat, you need to be appetized.
And you eat with your eyes first. So
Yeah.
even from your plating to the aroma of your food to the plate even. Even if it's a plate those are actually perfect as well, because now you have a more traditional link to the food, even if it's something that's Michelin starred. But
Lovely. No
problem.
Well, I want to know as to the theme of your cooking. Do you cook very fancy dishes, or do you also keep it authentic to who you are and to the type of food that you grew up with?
I'd like to think that I have a wide range. So I can do your traditional food like umqalo sikhule ngaye, or umphokoqo, all the way to beef Wellington and your Wagyu steaks. So I do have that training, and I do appreciate the fact that the school I went to and the first restaurant that I worked in did give me that foundation to be able to start with the simpler things to the more complex dishes as well.
Yeah, and also you're mentioning school. So for Wena, how important is it that you had to go to school? Because I would say that because
Yeah.
of they can add rice and all that. So for Wena, going through the journey in school, how has that actually managed to sharpen your skills as a cook?
I see it as a two-sided coin. So on one side, they do give you the basic trainings, the knife skills, the flavor profiles, the flavor combinations. And then at the same time, you do kind of need the experience. So we were also taught at Capsicum that if you walk into a restaurant and you see umama okanye tata who's been there for 15 years, and when you have your degree or diploma, you don't know more than that person. You just have the name of the school behind you, but they have the years of experience. So it is important to get school, like an education, but at the same time, if you don't have the funds, because it really is expensive, I'm not going to like beat around the bush about that it's really expensive. But if you can go into a restaurant and get your experience and you start by washing the dishes, and then work your way up, that too can also make you even better than the people who come out of school.
Yeah, lovely. And also, you have a business.
I do.
You have a business
I do.
called the Queer Cook.
Queer Cook, yes.
What's happening there?
So it's more of a private chefing service, and also I do offer teaching services as well. So if, for instance, you have a birthday party or whatever special occasion that you want, you can contact me and then we'll work on a menu together with your dietary needs and the dietary needs of your guest. And then I only max it out at 25 people because I don't want to have more people than that, because I feel like is a more quality yokutya when I start cooking like because most of the time it's either I do it alone, or if it's 25 people, then I'll hire some of my friends as well, and then go be friend business.
Friendly business,
Yes.
lovely stuff. And also, how have the people back home received you as a chef? Because there's always a stigma. You can't stand behind the pots. Certain people are supposed to stand behind the pots. So for Wena, how has the reception been?
I come from a family where my dad is actually the cook of the family. So and as a result, my sisters actually expect their partners to be the ones that cook.
Wow.
Umama would cook once in a while, which I also do love, and she's got her specific dishes. I do have a rule. If you have a dish in my family that ikanwanguwe, I will not touch it. I will not fix it, but we are the ones that cook. My dad will make breakfast, for example, then I'll handle lunch and supper, and then on Sunday, mama go pick 7 colors.
Awungiyanga laa mntu uthi xa kumcimbi uthi ziyekeni imbiza zezam
Asoze.
ubile wedwa.
Ndifuna isiciko sekoyi.
Yes,
Isiciko sekoyi.
Smart.
But andifuna uba sezimbiza because I don't want to do what I do as a career endlini most of the time. I'd rather have it as a treat because it's a skill that I honed, and it's very
delicate.
Let me treat you. Let it not be into yakho. So that's how I think at home they also receive me and treat me as well.
Lovely stuff. And also, where can people get hold of your business and you as a person?
At the Queer Cook on all social media platforms.
All social media platforms.
All
Any
of them.
sort of future plans?
Yes, but I don't want to share too much.
Okay.
But it's going to be a sandwich palace.
Is it?
Yes.
Well, Sia, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you very much for having me.
I love him. Please. I definitely love him. Well, everybody at home, we have came to the end of the Hangout, and we had beautiful conversation with people that are doing exceptionally well into their field of careers. And also, just so that I can dab into our social media platforms, is that I have Uhlumelo and Uti. I see you guys at the Mosh in your city event. Okanye, he's trying to say, I'll see you guys. I think he's saying that I'll try and see you guys. And also, Petty Betty Bum Bum. Looking forward to the Women in Art organization segment. What a way to close off the Women's Month right here on the Hangout. And then, now Abi is saying that during power outage, I like to read. Lovely stuff. And also, in fact, I love it. And we can do it every day, all day, basically. And then Ujina says, I love Sia. Someone loves you. And also, all his recipes are something out of this world. Lovely stuff. And then Rachel says, Yena, Sharon is my inspiration. I loved Sharano right here on the show. And also, Wandisile, there are some stacked guests on the lineup today. We definitely went through with it. So I hope you guys at home managed to enjoy the show, and also you got motivated and also educated right here on the Hangout. But from me, Uma Zintlana, Uma Mgwevu, Uma Changisa, and the rest of the Hangout team, we have to say that we love, and we just wanna leave you guys with warmth and love. Otherwise, see you Wednesday.